Have you ever heard the phrase, wear your heart on your sleeve? Literally, like wearing your heart out on your sleeve for everybody to see. Ready to go. Your heart, your caring area, where you care about things. Readers, it's helpful to do that when we think about characters. Yesterday, I was talking to my best friend. He explained to me that he got the coronavirus. And he told me how he had to go get tested, how it was really a challenge for him to find a spot to get tested for it, how it's disrupted all of his holiday plans with his family. Because I'm old, so my best friend is also old, and his parents are like really old. So he has to be very careful around them because he has coronavirus. And I remember feeling yesterday a deep sense of care for him. I felt like I was just really in the scene and thinking a lot about what he was feeling because he had coronavirus. Now, I want us to be able to do that when we read. Wear our hearts on our sleeves when we're reading about characters, feeling for them, feeling certain things for them, feeling sorry for them, feeling sad, feeling happy and excited for them, feeling angry or mad at them sometimes. Very careful readers are also very caring readers. So I urge you to do that as we read continuing into the next chapter, chapter 18. And I urge you to do that when you're reading on your own. Rob was sweeping the cement walkway in front of the Kentucky Star rooms when Beauchamp pulled up in his red Jeep and honked the horn. "Hey there," he hollered. Beauchamp was a large man with orange hair and an orange beard and a permanent toothpick in the side of his mouth. The toothpick waggled as he talked, as if it was trying to make a point of its own. "We got you on the payroll now, too?" Beauchamp shouted. "No, sir," said Rob. "All right," hooted Beauchamp. He hopped out of the Jeep. "Got you working for free. That's what I like to hear." "Yes, sir," said Rob. "Ain't you supposed to be in school? Are you done graduated already?" The gold chains buried deep in Beauchamp's orange chest hair winked at Rob. "I'm sick," said Rob. "Sick and tired of school, right?" He slapped Rob on the back. "Don't got a mama putting down the rules for you, do you? Got to make your own rules." "Not me," said Beauchamp. He jerked his head in the direction of the motel office, where his mother, Ida Bell, worked the front desk. He winked at Rob, and then looked to the left, then right. "Look here," he said in a quieter voice. "I've got me a number of deals going on right now. A few more than I can properly handle. I wonder if a smart boy like yourself wouldn't be looking for a way to pick up some extra spending money." He didn't wait for Rob to answer. "Let me tell you what I got cooking." "You like animals?" Rob nodded. "Of course you do," said Beauchamp, nodding with him. "What boy don't? You like wild animals?" Rob's heart skipped. He suddenly knew where Beauchamp was headed. "I got me a wild animal," said Beauchamp. "I got me a wild animal like you would not believe. Right here on my own property. And I got some plans for him, big plans. But in the meantime, he needs some taking care of, some daily maintenance. You following me, son?" "Yes, sir," said Rob. "All right," said Beauchamp. He slapped Rob on the shoulder again. "Why don't you climb on into this Jeep and let me take you for a ride, show you what I'm talking about?" "I'm supposed to be sweeping," said Rob. He held up the broom. "Says who?" said Beauchamp, suddenly angry. "Your daddy? He ain't the boss. I'm the boss. And if I say let's go, you say, all right." "All right," said Rob. He looked over his shoulder, wishing fervently that Willie May or his father would appear to save him from Beauchamp, knowing at the same time that he could not be saved, that he was on his own. "Good," said Beauchamp. "Climb on up." Rob climbed into the passenger seat. There was a big brown grocery bag at his feet. "Go on and put that in the back," said Beauchamp as he swung into the driver's seat. The bag was heavy and it stunk. Rob carefully put it on the floor in the back and then noticed his hands. There was blood on his fingers. "That's just from the meat," said Beauchamp. "It won't hurt you none." He cranked the engine. It roared to life, and they went tearing around behind the Kentucky Star and into the woods. Beauchamp drove like he was crazy. He gunned for trees and then swerved away from them at the last minute, whooping and hollering the whole time. "You ain't gonna believe what I got to show you," Beauchamp hollered at him. "No, sir," said Rob weakly. "What?" Beauchamp shouted. "No, sir," Rob shouted back. "I ain't going to believe it." But he did believe it. He believed it with all his heart. So who did you feel connected to from that chapter? Was it Beauchamp or was it Rob? Choose one of those characters and write about what you were feeling about them or from them. So, for example, I choose Rob, and I was feeling fear. First of all, Beauchamp made me get into that Jeep. He threatened me almost by saying, "I'm the boss. If I say you do something, you say, all right." Then he started aiming for the trees and swerving around in the forest. He's wild, not safe, not responsible at all. And now he's got this bag of bloody meat or whatever the heck that is. It's probably for the tiger. The whole thing was just fearful. That's what I would be describing. Because if I were to choose Rob as the person I was feeling for or thinking about, your job is to choose one and describe what you're feeling about them.